Thanks for joining me. In this video, we're going to have a go at learning the Dreamstate flow. We're going to break it down into its parts, but first let's show you the full thing completely together, and then you know where I'm coming from and what's coming up next. So it starts off like this. And once we're in this position, we're on the other side to go again, just with the other hand leading first. Okay, let's take you through those bits step by step. This is a little bit of an intermediate flow, so if you're not used to flowing yet, go check out some of the other mace flow videos, get comfortable with them first. There's a fair bit of transition, flips and catches, and using momentum for this flow. We're going to kick off the start with an archer. So your very first position is an upward thumb grip. We archer out to the side. However, your opposite hand is going to take a reverse grip, so you're going to go for an outward thumb grip. So my thumb is now pointing towards the tail of the mace. First thing we're going to do is a reverse scoop. You're going to let the mace head drop and the mace comes down. As the mace does, you're going to use the weight and momentum to pull you and pivot towards the direction it's pulling you. Right. So we drop, pivot. As the mace comes up, keep your elbow in and your hand in towards the hip. The mace will continue up in its motion and then come behind you. So we drop, pivot, mace comes behind you. When it does so and comes back up again, we're going to release our hand on the tail and re-grip at the mace head for a coin toss. So it swings round, release, and catch close to the mace head in the downward thumb grip. From here, coin toss the mace, so it's going to throw up slightly. You want to coin toss this one quite high because we need the momentum again on the next movement. So we throw the mace up, coin toss quite high, I say above shoulder height, scoop the mace down and pivot back in front. Let the tail flick in its circular motion, and you're going to let go and do a 360 or 360 degree flip with the mace. So as the mace comes down, we let go and catch. Right. The moment I catch, the mace is actually in about 360 degrees of rotation, and then the momentum carries on to let me come down. So high, comes up, so mace head is pointing forward. I start my flip, mace head is still pointing that way, okay? So mace head pointing that way, flip, mace head, when I catch, pointing there. So let's do that again. We flip, catch, use that extra bit of momentum, and you're going to thrust the mace out in a sort of a Thor punch spear strike. As you do so, you're going to pivot on the feet, lunge down, and strike. So all in one movement, we come down, flip, catch, strike. Next up, going to push hard off the forward leg to stand up with the feet together. Hinge down, and as we hinge back up, the lead leg is going to step forward. Hinge down, lead leg steps forward with the mace. Now you're going to change your grips. So up, both hands on the mace. Your original hand now comes off but keeps forward because you can use that as a guide for the mace to track along the outside for a mill to bullwhip hybrid. So let's go through that one again. Hinge, step, grip, guide, mill, throw the mace forward for a bullwhip, pivot round, bring the mace in for a mill, so it tracks down the back, twist the torso nice and powerfully, and throw the mace forward again. So we're doing a double mill to bullwhip. So I'll show you all that again in sequence. Hinge up, step, change, track, mill, bullwhip, swoop, mill, bullwhip. On the next swoop, you're going to pivot the body and we're going to go into a javelin catch or spear catch. So for this, you're going to imagine that you've thrown a javelin, but it's going into rewind. So you've thrown the javelin and it's rewinding and it's coming back. So we've just swooped, you're going to pull the mace sharply backwards, release and catch again. So it is a bit tricky on the grip. You've got to try and find the finger position that works best for you. So swoop, grip, and I want you to step backwards as well. We're going to step back into a lunge. Now, the grip that works for me, if I like to get a finger on top of the mace, so if I come a bit closer, swoop, I have a finger on top, so kind of like that. And as I do, I can release and catch. But that's just a finger position I found works for me. Whatever works for you is going to do the trick. So we've lunged backwards with the lead leg, and mace is there. We're going to thrust off the forward leg, stepping backwards, and lift the mace head up. Grip palms onto the mace head. Pull down sharply over the opposite shoulder. So if I go this way for you, we've just done here, here, there, onto the shoulder. Stand up, both hands on the mace head, and what you've seen is I've gone from this shoulder, my right hand shoulder as I'm explaining it, I lift up, pull the mace across, and pull down onto the other shoulder. You're going to pull down nice and sharply so the mace tail flicks off. With the palms, let the mace continue its rotation and catch in your armpit. Keep it under control, we're not trying to hit yourself. So as the mace comes down, we rotate and grip. Now what I can do, if I've done it right, let go with both hands, mace ain't going anywhere. So with the mace in the armpit, I'm going to lunge forward with the lead leg. Now normally I say the lead hand and the lead side is the hand that's closest to the mace head. Now at the moment, both hands are on the mace head. So what I'm going to say is the side that the mace is currently on. So for me, it's currently on my left side. I'm going to take a lunge forward with my left leg. So I've got the grip. I'm going to lunge forward with the left leg and release my armpit grip to let the mace come down, and then grip in one hand my lead hand, all at the same time as doing a lunge. So we release, drop, step. Then this back leg is going to knee forward. So it's going to come up nice and high. We go into a figure four. So from here, up nice and high into a figure four. Take a grip just underneath the mace head. Release the actual mace head. And then we're going to extend into an archer. So both hands on the mace, upward thumb grip, foot down, extend. And this is where we've now changed hands. We can adjust the grip back into an outward thumb grip and go again. Drop, swoop, release, catch. Coin toss, swoop, release, catch. Pivot, spear thrust. Step back, hinge as we come up. Lead leg change grips, guide, mill, bull whip, swoop, mill, bull whip, swoop, pivot, release, javelin or spear catch, whatever you want to call it. Step up, change shoulders, palm grip on the mace head, pull down, rotate, armpit, lead leg, step, globe grip, knee forward into figure four, change your grips over, extend into an archer, and we're ready to go again on the other side as much as you need to for the time or reps prescribed in your program. So give that one a go. It's pretty tasty when you get it right, and it feels pretty awesome. Got any questions? Let me know. Tell me how you get on. I'd love to hear how you're finding these flows.